Today we are going to be making some Sanrio Paper Friends. Now this video idea has been on my to-do list for literal years. And I've checked periodically that the Paper Friends patterns are still on the Sanrio website. So imagine my surprise when yesterday night I looked to download them and the website looked like this. Hopefully they'll go back onto the Sanrio website soon, but luckily in order to make this video, I was able to find these patterns on Pinterest. So if they aren't available on Sanrio's website, just know that you can find some of them on Pinterest. I printed these patterns on cardstock, so they're a little bit heavier than normal printer paper. I think we're going to start with my melody. So I have some scissors, I have tape, various tape, and a glue stick. I think a glue stick will probably look the cleanest, but I have tape just in case I can't get it to stick with a glue stick. And then of course, I just have this scrap piece of paper for like gluing and stuff. Okay, so the instructions start with cut out on solid lines. Let's get cutting. Unfortunately, because I couldn't download them from the Sanrio website, these aren't like the highest quality files. Everything is so tight together on this page that it's kind of hard to cut out. I can't forget about her tiny tail. So today I have patterns for Hellokitty, My Melody, and Cinnamoroll, which are all some of my favorite Sanrio characters. My favorites are actually Hellokitty and Tuxedo Sam, but as far as I know, they never made a Paper Friends pattern for Tuxedo Sam, so that's why we're doing My Melody. All right, now I have to cut out her body. In the comments below, make sure to tell me who your favorite Sanrio character is. Are you a classic Hellokitty enjoyer, or are you a fan of someone kind of niche? I feel like I've met several girls who really like Usahana that are like really passionate about really loving Usahana. Or maybe you're like, big challenges is my man. Okay, I think I want my Melody to be holding this little bird, but he's certainly the most difficult to cut out, so hopefully that goes okay. These scissors are too big to cut out these tiny birdie details. You guys almost certainly can't tell, but I actually did it. I actually cut the little bird out well. So on her ear, she could wear a little flower, which I feel is like the more classic My Melody choice, or she could wear a blue bow. So I don't know. I'm thinking she should match the little bird. I have to somehow cut these little slits. I'm gonna have to bend her body all out of shape. So I have all her parts ready. So I cut out on solid lines, fold on dashed lines. Okay. Easy enough, easy enough. Let's prepare this little tail first. Let's glue this. This glue stick is kind of a mess. And then just fold it together, glue it. Cute, tiny, tiny, tiny little tail. Got a whole lot of folding to do here. Of course, if this were normal printer paper, this would probably be a lot easier, but I do want them to have some sort of structural integrity, so I need to attach it there, but there's her tiny little body. Let's try to put these hands in. And I shoved her little arms in there. I did it all crooked, wait. Oh no, oh no. I don't think it would be one of my like craft videos without messing something up. Okay, well at least it's just on the inside. Okay, so where is this actually supposed to sit? At the very bottom, I guess? It's supposed to align with the bottom, not the top. Again, it wouldn't be one of my craft videos if I didn't do something definitely wrong. It's part of the fun and joy and whimsy, doing things incorrectly. That sits a lot better. And I'll put her little tiny tail inside too. It's just like this little notch that it sits in. It's so cute. Okay, and then her head, well, it says attach bow or flower to left ear. I think I'm going to do that now because I think it's going to be a lot easier to glue it. We'll just fold it. Yeah. Mega ultra slay girly. Oh, there's more of these lines that I have to cut. This is so her head can sit in the body. Attach body to base of head and make head starting with the back. I feel like it'll be difficult to put it together if I attach it and then create the head, you know? Will the Sanrio police come after me if I make the head and then attach it to the body? Cute. So that's how that approximately goes. There's a lot of gluing slash taping involved in this. And that gets glued and that gets glued and then all that. Okay, so let's put some glue on these. I'm hoping a glue stick sticks. It seemed to stick when I messed up the body. That's all fitting together nicely. And then we'll glue the top here. This is so cute. I feel like it's turning out so well so far. And I'm adding a couple of pieces of tape on the inside just to like make sure it sticks. There we go. Here is her head. Now let's put her head on. I mean, this is proving to be a little bit difficult. Come on, I believe in you. Okay, I got her body on, but her head is not wanting to stay. It's like really hard to not be able to press on anything. I don't really want to put tape on the outside of her head. Well, that took me a little bit longer than I was expecting, but she's cute. She has a little bird friend, and she's matching the little bird friend with her bow. I'm obsessed with her little tiny tail. So since I went pretty in depth putting together my melody, I think for the next couple, we will speed the process up a little bit. At least you guys will see a sped up version. I will be doing it at the same speed, probably. All right, let's do Cinnamoroll next, and then we're going to do Hellokitty last as like the finale. All right, I've got all of the pieces cut out for Cinnamoroll. Let's fold him now. These lines on his body are like extremely light. It's hard to tell where they are supposed to be. Let's do his little cinnamon roll tail. It's so tiny. I feel like it's smaller than the My Melody one even. But back to his body and folding. His little body is all folded. I'm gonna slide his arms in. I think this is much easier to do like this than if he was glued together. You know what's interesting? What the heck? Wait, these are his little hands, right? I'm just now realizing this doesn't make any sense if these are his little paws. What are these weird things? That's so interesting. Maybe I just won't put these on. And now he just has slits in his side, but that's so strange. Why would they do that? Maybe that's why the Sanrio like character goodies website is down right now. They're like, we gotta fix this Cinnamoroll. And like no one caught that, I guess. His little body. We can put his little tail in, of course. So the ear situation is kind of strange for him too. Make head starting and back, slide ears behind face before using glue or tape on tabs. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. I still have to fold all of these. And then I think what we did last time worked pretty well, where we did the bottom first, which isn't, you know, putting the face on last, but... And then this goes here somehow, yes. Okay. I feel like I did this more successfully on My Melody. Come on, go down. Go down. His head looks so silly. Okay, and then let's put his head on. I'm worried his head is going to fall apart as I try to do this. This is like by far the most difficult part. Okay, there we go. Oh, he looks so stupid. And his head is a little crooked for some reason. Oh my gosh. Okay, last but not least is Hellokitty. And I think my Hellokitty is going to be drinking some milk. I also think it's kind of hilarious and iconic that she could be frying an egg. Okay, I'm going to cut her apart and then I'll see you back here when I am ready to fold her up and put her together. So I know I said I was going to come back when I had everything cut out. I began folding stuff and then like unconsciously began putting her little body together. So let's finish up her body and then we'll do her head. Cute, her little body with her little milk. Okay, there we go, there's that. And then let's put her head together. I'm still not quite sure what like the best way to go about doing this is. I don't think it was the way I did Cinnamoroll. And I high-key forget what I did for My Melody. Okay, sure. Hopefully that stays attached well. Okay, I did this as they recommended and folded it so the face is last. But again, I'm not sure that this is actually the best way to do this. I guess I'll put some tape as well. And let's close her face up. There we go. There is her face. Her whiskers kind of go on the sides on her cheeks. Oh, I almost forgot her tiny little tail. I gotta put in her tiny little tail. Cute. And then let's try to put her big cube head on. Every time this is the most difficult part. I tried to cut the lines a little bit longer this time. There we go. Oh my gosh. Their proportions are so silly. All right, I'm gonna get the other two and then we can see how they all look together. Here we go. Here are my 3 little Sanrio paper friends that I made today. To be so honest, they took so much longer than I thought they were going to. But they are super cute. Here's some close-ups of them if you're curious and would like to see. My favorite one is Hellokitty, I think, but like proportionally they're all very silly. And the extra pair of arms on Cinnamoroll was kind of freaky. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, the Sanrio website's character goodies page will be back up and you guys will be able to easily find these. But again, I found the patterns on Pinterest. I would have downloaded them from the website, but you know, I wanted to do this video today, so I might do some short forms making some of the other ones like Kuromi, Kuropi, etc. So if that sort of thing interests you, make sure to let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and or a comment. And if you would like to see more of my stuff, including those short forms of the other Sanrio paper friends, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye!